is ready for some old school racing action with today's game, Pole Position for your Atari 8-bit computer. Let's go ahead and take pole position, pop it in my 800XL and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Pole Position was published by Atari and carries the copyright year of 1983. It is a port of the 1982 Namco arcade game. Atari was also responsible for bringing Pole Position to American arcades. The back of the box says the following: you don't just play Pole Position, you feel it. Now the thrill of the arcade game at home. First, the qualifying run. You and your turbocharged Formula One racer capture the pole position, the spot every driver dreams of. The other racers line up, engines roar, and you're off, hanging tight to the curves, weaving in and out of the pack. You jockey for the lead. Then you break away with steel determination to be the first in the run for the checkered flag. Pole Position is a racing game for only one player, with only one track to race on. You can use the option button to select one of 4 difficulties, which, going from easiest to hardest, is the Practice Run, Malibu Grand Prix, the Namco Speedway, and the Atari Grand Prix. The higher the difficulty, the more obstacles in your way. The Select button alters the number of laps. By default, it's 4 laps, but you could choose anywhere from 1 to 8 laps. For the controls, you steer with left and right, press down to shift into high gear for top speeds, and up to shift into low gear. Personally, I try to shift into high gear as I approach 100 miles per hour. You accelerate automatically with the button used only to brake. The spacebar can pause the game. You start with a qualifying lap, which you must complete within 73 seconds or less to go into the main race. The better you finish, the better your starting position and the more points you can earn. During the race, you have 75 seconds to start with and gain an extra 60 seconds every time you complete a lap. But if you run out of time, your game will end without completing the race. And when you do complete a lap, the amount of cars on the track can increase. Touching billboards and other cars can result in an explosion that would make Crazy Harry the Muppet proud. Explosions won't end your race, but they will cost you time, as will veering off course. You get 50 points for every 5 meters traveled, and when the race ends, you gain 50 points for every car you passed. And if you manage to finish the race, you get 200 points for every second left on the clock. Graphically speaking, this game is decent enough looking, although it is a bummer that the billboards are blank. The sound effects can be grating at times, but the music before and after the races is actually quite good. Family friendly wise, the game would most likely get an E for everyone rating if released today. Currently at pricecharting.com, the game has a value of $11 loose, $26 complete, and $45 new. So what do I think of Pole Position for the Atari 8-bit computers? Is it worth playing today? I'd say definitely. I did experience a learning curve, getting the track down, especially since there's no on-screen map, and getting a feel for the steering. When I first tried it, I crashed a lot, and it can be a bit frustrating after a crash. It keeps you in high gear, so you need to manually shift back into low gear, but you can't do that until you regenerate. And sometimes it spawned me right in front of a billboard, leading into a quick second crash. But once I got things down, I ended up wanting to just keep racing over and over. I even found it more enjoyable to play on the higher difficulties. Sure, there were times when the amount of cars on screen made it impossible to get by, but it also led to the exhilaration of narrowly squeaking in between and around cars. In the end, I found this to be one of my favorite ports of the game that I've played to date, and I highly recommend it to Atari 8-bit owners. So where am I going to rank Pole Position among the other Atari 8-bit games I've previously reviewed? It's going in my top 10. I do like Wizard of War more at 7, but I will put this over the enjoyable Mario Brothers at 8. So out of the 29 games now ranked for the Atari 8-bit computer line, Pole Position is pulling into the 8th position. Pole Position on the Atari 8-bit computers is a fun port of the arcade classic. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Do you like the game? Do you have any memories of it? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy videos such as this one and you want to support my work, please click like and subscribe, drop a comment below, and for mega supporters, either become a channel member or sign up at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time in the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care and watch out for them billboards.